Hey everybody, Jason from MechKit Studios. Today I'm reviewing a miniature called the Awoken. It's a 3D printed miniature by Ill-Gotten Games. Basically, I saw this miniature. I do apologize for the shaky camera. I'm holding it by hand today. Anyway, initially I saw this miniature posted on 15mm Sci-Fi Gaming on Facebook, page that I admin on. And the intention was by Ill-Gotten Games, by Aaron Croft, the guy behind Ill-Gotten Games. This was supposed to be for 15mm gaming. I had just happened to mention, wow, this would look awesome for my D&D game. It fits perfectly for a certain region I've created in my campaign. So that was a couple months ago. Then I got with him, I guess it was early November of 2016. Asked him, hey, where can I get this from? Can I order? I've got a little bit of money. He's like, oh, well, you can get it on Thingiverse. Unfortunately, I have no access to a 3D printer, either locally, at the library or through even the 3D print hubs. So I asked him directly, hey, how much would you charge me if you could print this for me? I need it at X scale, to fit with my 25 and 28 or even 35mm figures. Gave me a price, which is fair, that I thought was fair, rather. And, this isn't a service he provides. He doesn't print out this stuff. Might want to ask him. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. He's a pretty straightforward guy. Really cool. I was friends with him before I even asked him to make this for me. But anyway, let me get back to the figure. So these are all the parts. Like I said, I wanted this for my D&D game campaign. So let me start with the base real quick, because this was one thing I had to ask him actually earlier. This is a 3" by 3" base, as you can see on my cutting board. When it came in, it was slightly folded, like curled up. Probably due more to the post office than his printing process. So I asked him, hey, can I heat this up with a heat gun to make it flat again? He wasn't sure. He advised me to look it up online. I said, screw it. I went ahead and did it anyway. It came out flat. Let me just warn you, this material, and I can't exactly remember what type of material he used on it. But when you heat it with the heat gun, it smells like burning plastic. So make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. Thankfully, I was, because the fumes were horrible. Absolutely horrible. But it's flat now, so I'm going to use that. Anyway, so let's get to the parts. So it's a multi-part kit, as you can see. Real quick, this is the head. And unfortunately, because of the material that it's printed on, it's really shiny. When I saw it, he had one that was painted. So once I paint it, you'll get to see how good it looks. It really is amazing. It has somewhat of an Aztec feel to it. Maybe Native American. I got more of an Aztec vibe to it. So there's the head, the back of the head back here. And again, because the material, it's not going to show up really great on camera. Here's the upper torso. It's got an intricate design. Again, I wish my camera could pick it up a lot better without it all shiny. And of course the back. Then you've got the shoulders up here. One arm is holding a sword. This just kind of plugs in there. Torso. These things are skirts. One for the front, one for the back. The lower torso is pretty much the same on both sides. So you can't get it wrong when you put it in. And everything just kind of plugs in there. The legs, obviously the legs here. Now the shins are very specific. Okay, and here's the reason why. If you see on the foot, the right foot is pretty straight, it's pretty level. Oh, sorry about that, guys. The left foot, however, if you'll notice, it's cut different. Okay, so keeping that in mind, the shins actually are cut to this. So one foot's going to look like, yeah, you see my big meaty hands. It might be better to show you once I assemble it. Yeah, one foot's going to look like this, and the other one's going to be just straight up. Alright? So, yeah, I mean, it's a gorgeous model, trust me when I say that. But, it's my opinion. It's your game, you do what you want. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to assemble it, put it on the base, and then show you what it looks like assembled. I'll make a second video here shortly once I prime it and it dries. Thankfully, today's weather will allow me to assemble, prime, and paint all in one day. A few hours, actually. Okay, so putting this aside real quick, Aaron and his buddy at Ill Gotten Games. I'm sorry, I forgot your name off the top of my head. They gave me something extra, which was really cool. And again, let me just slide this off because I know what pieces go where. Um, Again, 15mm sci-fi gaming. I'm always going to pimp out that page. But we had a discussion about retro vehicles, stuff we saw in video games back in the day in the 80s, because I am that old. But yeah, something I saw back in the 80s. A lot of us, kind of said, hey, that'd be cool. Ill-Gotten Games actually did it. Here it is. It's the Moon Buggy. I can't remember what the name of the game is. I remember it's an old Atari game. I can't remember which Atari series. And again, it's just something they threw in, nostalgia. You might recognize it. Again, this is 3D printed. The material is actually different than the material from the Awoken. It's a lot smoother. I do have to do a little bit of cleanup on here. But yeah, this is a pretty cool nostalgic thing. And for the life of me, I can't remember the game. I probably should have looked it up before I did a video on it. But I just wanted to say, this is why I like small manufacturers, because they might surprise you. They just might throw something in there and you're like, oh my god, thanks. You really appreciative of it. And it shows their craftsmanship. You can't really see the detail here, but it does have the hubcaps or the rims. The details in there. It'll probably show up once I prime it. How I'm going to paint it, I don't know. I might do a silver with a candy color ghost tint on top of it just to make it really shiny and cool, retro 80s type thing. Cannon here, cannon here, cannon here. I'm not going to add any more bits, but yeah, guys, Ill-Gotten Games, I can't thank you enough. This is just too awesome. And as for the video, I don't know why I just turned yellow. I really don't. That's weird. Alright, but anyway, so I'm going to pause it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stop this video because I dropped the camera, aka my phone. I'm going to stop this video real quick. I'll assemble it. I'm making a second video with it assembled. Pause that video, prime it, and show you what it looks like primed. Alright, thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy. See you in a little bit.